What's up, everybody? Dark Cosmic here, back with another astrology video. Today, I want to talk about your Mercury being in the fifth house. So, what happens when your Mercury is in the fifth house? What is Mercury? Mercury is the planet that governs logic, information, communication. It is a fast moving planet. So, that entails that it wants to get this information to you quickly, and it also entails that the information can spread very quickly. This is a planet of research. Mercury governs the two zodiac signs, Virgo and Gemini. And the way I like to break down the houses, or how I like to look at the houses, is, pardon me, I look at the houses like it is an arena or a location that you're going, or even an actual literal house. But it has the environment that this house consists of would be, whatever would be related to the zodiac sign that governs that house. So for the fifth house specifically, the fifth house is governed by the zodiac sign Leo. So when you place Mercury, and I also like to look at the planets like an individual. So if you take Mercury, right, this researching, talkative, communicative individual, fast moving, fast paced individual, logical individual, factual individual. You take this individual and you put them in the house of Leo, aka the fifth house. It'd be like the equivalent of putting a researcher and communication specialist in on a stage, in an arena where they have to perform now, in an art studio, or on a TV show, because the arena of Leo is about entertainment and entertainment. Leo is about fun. Leo is about children. It is about creativity, passion. It is about ego as well. It's about pride. So now this researcher, your Mercury, is being placed in this house. So also Mercury represents your thinking too. So people with their Mercury in the fifth house, they tend to communicate, think, and their mind, I guess, they think a lot about entertainment. They think a lot about creativity. These make people that have very creative minds, very prideful minds. Like, they may take offense to what you think, and it may hurt their pride, because how people think and how they think is in some way associated to their pride. They have a sense of pride to that. So they might not be always willing to share ideas with you if they feel like it's not something that they're proud of, or if they know you're going to not make them feel proud of the ideas that they have, the information that they have. It'd be kind of like if they have a cool idea, right? And they're not going to go up to you because they know you're going to be like, oh, that's stupid. Because it's going to hurt their pride. They're coming with you with information that might be valuable, but you're kind of like, you're acting like it's whatever. So these people are very prideful with their thoughts. They're very creative with their thoughts. They can be very funny. They can be very dramatic. When it comes to how they talk, how they can communicate in a very dramatic way. So sometimes they add sauce to things, like they're talking to you, they're telling you a story, they're communicating with you, and it comes off like you would think like they just made up this story, or they just made up this information. They could just be telling you such and such was walking down the street and a car almost hit them, but they make it seem like it was a freaking train that got derailed, and et cetera, et cetera. So they add sauce to things sometimes. So for these people, I would say the main things to think about with these people is they're very prideful when it comes to their thoughts, and when it comes to the thoughts of others. They're very when they talk to you, they might try to control the conversation a lot, or they might always try to bring it back to themselves, like they're talking about themselves all the time, because you're taking this researcher and you're putting them on the stage. So now they're like, look at me, I'm talking to you, I'm entertaining you, I have something important to say, I'm on the stage, not you, you're the audience. They oftentimes try to place you in a position where you became the audience for them to be able to talk. So I guess the last things to take away from this would be, sorry if I'm repeating myself, but basically they're very creative thinkers. They're very creative when they're communicating to you. They like to use their ability to research and their ability to rationalize and apply logic. They like to use this in the creative fields. So they're going to find a way to make money or to be practical in the creative fields, in be practical, but also be expressive, be practical. Like if they have a way of utilizing the mundane reality, the details, and making it fun, making it something that's entertaining. So it'd be like somebody's teaching you how to fix a car, but the way that they taught you how to fix a car was the most entertaining thing you've ever seen. They were joking, they were making fun about the tools and all that, because they have a way of communicating logical things that are real, that need to be handled now, or information, and relaying that to you, but they're also being entertaining at the same time. So I think this is a great placement, especially for like a comedian, because you're talking, because comedians are on stage, they're talking to you, they're telling jokes and shit, and they have a way of, they have a way of basically making themselves the center stage while they're telling you something funny, you're laughing. It's just the whole experience is like, you want to hear this person talk because they're very entertaining. So, but the negative qualities, of course, would just be them always wanting to be the center of attention when it comes to how they communicate, always thinking they are right, even though they may be right because they do have Mercury here. They may be right, but the way that they're coming off with it is very egotistical and very rude, very prideful. Like, listen, I researched that. Instead of saying stuff like, oh, it's just something that I researched, and that's why I know what I'm talking about, they'd be like, I know what I'm talking about because I'm infinitely smarter than you. Just add like an extra ego oomph to it, It could be that, or it could be vice versa. They're dealing with people that do that to them and it hurts their pride. Because sometimes the negative qualities in astrology aren't always you pushing it out, it's people pushing it out on you. So you're experiencing that energy by default because you represent that. So a lot of times Leo energy can experience situations where their pride gets shattered versus them being egotistical, because that's the realm, that's the energy they're dealing with. They're dealing with prideful energy, so everything that comes with it, whether it's them that's doing it or other people projecting that to them. So this video was a little bit longer than I wanted it to be, but I hope you guys were able to receive the right information in this video. Peace.